This was a Sunday night. It was busy, one after another, after another, after another, after another. From 6 o'clock till 2 o'clock, I didn't stop driving. One right after another. And very often, the next one was far away rather than right near where I was. So there was a lot of driving empty and a lot of going non-stop. And then at 2 it stopped, finally. At 2 o'clock it stopped. And it was an hour till I had another call. I had a grand total of 3 trips after 2 o'clock. Now it's 5:38. And I don't really feel like doing another trip. I just want to fuel up and park it. I fell asleep, I think, 3 times in the morning hours, just because I tried watching some videos, but fell asleep watching videos because I was so tired from driving before 2. One right after another just wears me out. I've said that before, haven't I? I'm sure I have. I don't want to be out here anymore. I'm tired. Yeah, gotta fuel it and park it. That's the end of that. Well, we're at the airport again. This was a Monday night. And the Monday night was a relatively quiet night. I did far fewer trips than I usually do. And I had shorter trips than I usually have. So it was hurting pretty bad. I think I had about $155 on. When things got real quiet. And I mean, they got real quiet in the morning hours. Let me check here. Yeah. My trip was at 12:52. My next one was at 2:19. And this one ended at 3:51 is now the time. So, since 12 o'clock, I think I've had 3 trips. Oh, anyway. It has been a slow one. And before that, I wasn't rushed at all. I had shorter trips and breaks in between, and I watched quite a bit of YouTube, and I got some sleep in too. And then I was even having a dream at one point. And then I woke up, and then after I woke up briefly, the alarm went off saying that I had a trip. There was a trip going, excuse me, it was a trip going to the airport. So here I am. And I think I've got about just a little over 200 on. Not much over, maybe $10 over 200, something like that. And the time, yeah, like I said, it's almost 4, so I might be taking a few people to work in the morning hours. And then, of course, I've got to wash the car, detail the interior, fuel it up, park it, and go to my chiropractor appointment so that I can keep working and keep driving until I retire. Yeah, well, that's pretty much what happened tonight. Not a lot. But I kind of welcome that sometimes because, you know, when you're rushing and you're stressing like I did the night before, driving 8 hours straight without stopping, it's monotonous, and it wears you down. This was much better. So I welcome a slow night every now and then. It's much easier on the nerves. It's the morning of Welfare Wednesday, which means that people got their money deposited directly to their bank accounts at 2 or 3 in the morning, and so they had all this money that they could spend already using debit cards and so on. So I was busy this morning. I was busy. The night started out relaxed enough, and then it got busier and busier as the night progressed, and I didn't get much sleep, although earlier on in the evening I was able to watch a fair amount of video. I don't even know where I am right now because I got this bright light shining right in my face. Yeah, I worked hard. It was to the point where I was cursing. I was cursing every time I got another call. And I think that's where my corner is, right over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Okay. And it's this way up the hill on my way home. It's a cold one too. I think it's about 3 degrees out here. You can see my breath. It was warm when I went to work. It was warm. I was actually quite hot in my jacket. I think it was about 15, 16 degrees, maybe even a little warmer. But now, as it was a clear night, all that heat just radiated off into space, and it's cold now. My hand is beginning to feel frosty holding this phone. So I'm gonna say goodbye now and come back tomorrow. 2 more nights to work this week. This was the Wednesday night. It was a busy Wednesday night because still the after effects of Welfare Wednesday, which began in the morning and proceeded all the time when I was off shift, and then I was busy in the evening till 11:30, and then I had a break for about an hour and a half, and then I got a call. I drove 1 block towards the call and it was canceled. And then I proceeded to have another break for an hour. So the times marked on the calls that I cleared from, 11:32 and what was it? 11:32 and 2:23. And since 2:23, I've had 4 trips. Now it's 5:37. I'm just about done. Now I'm going to rant for a moment about the last trip I had. At 3 minutes after 5, I was sent to an address on Seaton Street. The address was 3333 Seaton Street. But I was instructed to meet the customer on the Hampton side of the building at the side door. So I went there to the side door. It even said call on arrival. Okay. I called the customer. After it rang 6 times, it said, "The customer you are calling is not taking any calls at the moment. Please leave a message." Like hell I was going to leave a message. So anyway, I called. So hopefully they heard the phone. So I'm sitting there. And I sit there for about 8 or 9 minutes, and I see nobody coming out the door at the side entrance on the Hampton side of the building. So I call a no load. No load. says the trip is canceled. Good. Good. I drive around the building and I'm heading down Lurline to go back to my usual spot where I like to sit. Just after turning onto Lurline, I get sent once again to 3333 Seaton on the Hampton side. Okay, so I go there again. I call the customer again. We're sorry, the customer you're trying to call is not taking calls at the moment and is unable to come to the phone. Please leave a message. Like hell I'm leaving a message. Fuck that. So, I wait. I'm waiting. I've been waiting already another 4 or 5 minutes. And then I get a phone call from our office telling me that the customer is at the front door on Seaton. And then I ask her, why did you send me to the Hampton side? Why was I sent to Hampton when the customer is on Seaton? Why was I sent to the Hampton side? So I get to the front, and I'm angry. I'm pissed off that I've had to wait a total of almost half an hour for this guy to come out on the Hampton side when he's really on the Seaton side. And I ask him what's going on. He tells me that he told the call taker that he was going to be on the Seaton side. So he sat at the Seaton side. He was there at 5 minutes after 5 while I'm waiting for him around the corner on the Hampton side where I was told to go. So obviously here's what happened. They put the call in, and the computer that they use has a memory of the last time or the last times that customer called. And the instructions the last times were to go to the Hampton side. But this time he was on the Seaton side. So they put the call through, autofill, whatever, and it gives the wrong instructions. And he said, I made sure to tell them that I'm going to be on the Seaton side. And I said, yeah, well, they didn't look and they didn't change it. They just put the call through as it had been through before. And waste my time. Fortunately, the trip went a good distance. And he tipped me for wasting my time. And for our people in our office being incompetent. That is all. Time is now 5:27 in the morning, and I have $350 on. I was busy at the beginning, and that was until about midnight. Then I had almost a 2-hour break, or at least an hour and a half, because I cleared at 1:50 for my next trip. And then a couple trips between 2 and 3 o'clock, and 3 trips between 4 and 5 o'clock, and now I had one trip, a long one, from just after 5 till now, 5:28. It was a $40 fare. So yeah, I just had over 300 then, and now I've got 350 on. I'm ready to call it a night, although I might get another call. I could do one more. I got enough time for one more. That's about it. Let's get the traffic light to change here. I gotta look at it. Oh, I can put the visor up there. Yeah, okay. It's been another busy-ish week. And I've had enough. I'm ready for my weekend to be here. The weekend begins in half an hour. I gotta go to the lab to do some blood work. Get my blood work done. And And then after I've done that, I get to be at home and relax and put together this taxi vlog and upload it. Yeah. And yes, I'm tired. And this weekend, what am I gonna do? Oh, I'm just gonna be lazy. Just be lazy. The only thing I really gotta do is get some groceries and go pick up that bottle of whiskey from the distillery, which I'm about to go past right now. Get that bottle from the distillery that I bought online. But the distillery's only open from noon till 6:30. And that's not very practical for me to go pick up a bottle during the work week, because I typically sleep from noon till 4, or a little earlier than noon till 4. And then I'm getting ready for work, and work starts at 6. So they're open when I'm inactive, and they're closed when it would be most convenient for me to go get things from them. Thing is, they are they could mail it to me, but it's not really worth mailing something and paying the postage to go, 7 minutes down the road, basically. In traffic, it's 10 minutes. Okay. And there's the distillery right there. And yeah, I live just a short drive away from there. What else do I need to do? Oh, that's about it. But yeah, I need to call my mother this morning. Need to call my mother and say hi. Yeah, conversations with my mother are getting shorter. Her attention span, I think, is starting to fade. And she says, can we hang up now? She never used to, we'd go on for a couple hours, but now, can we hang up? I gotta do this, or I gotta do that. I gotta make myself a cup of tea. Okay, Mom, go make your cup of tea. Talk to you next week. I hope yours is better than mine.